Good morning and happy Monday. Welcome to the Morning Sprint. I'm Brittany Weir.
And I am Daphne Gray. We've got a lot of fun stories in store for you guys today. Got a good teaser. And we also want to let you guys see something that we did this weekend to give just a lot of love and, celebration to one of our very own 10 News family members. But first up, take a look at this. This is a gross looking thing right here. You see it look like a little,
I don't like that.
You got a little Demogorgon thing from Stranger Things. So it's very gross looking, but it's sold for millions of dollars. We got just how much coming up later in the sprint. Do not miss it.
I don't know about that one.
I don't either.
I don't like that one.
The things that people spend money on.
We'll get into that later. But first, we do want to start with a race to support those experiencing homelessness. It happened this weekend in Roanoke. You can see some of the video right there. The 6th annual Hustle for the Homeless 5K kicked off Saturday morning, and the money raised benefits the least of these ministries, which is a local resource that works to meet the needs of the homeless population in the Roanoke Valley. They say they've raised about $20,000 this year, and Hustle for the Homeless also had a virtual option for the 5K if anyone wanted to participate in that. And each finisher got a T-shirt and a personalized keepsake bib. So a lot of people getting their fitness out there this weekend, but also giving back to a good cause.
Exactly. And the least of these ministry is actually a really, really good organization. I featured Dawn Sandoval on our Deep Blue Ridge for the franchise here, but then also they were doing the American Heart Heroes. She was a part of the Heroes. So again, they're doing a lot of great things for the homeless. So shout out to them having fun events like that. Moving on, man, we got a new law focusing on the mental health of first responders. Get this, the legislation adds depressive and anxiety disorder to the current workers' compensation statute, which will help improve treatment options.
And lawmakers say they want to provide more resources for public safety personnel after hearing about the impacts firsthand.
Firefighters and police officers are twice as likely to die by suicide as they are in the line of duty. That this is a tough profession, and a lot of times their mental health gets run through the ringer.
And the bill was signed by Governor Glenn Youngkin earlier this month and will take effect on July 1st. So happy to see that they are broadening that out to cover more things. We know those first responders, they go through it. So we are so thankful for them.
Definitely. So get this, if you got some cans, you may get your prices knocked down if you are dealing with the struggle bus with the libraries. Let me hear you about it. Okay, here we go. In Campbell County, public libraries will accept canned food items for fines Monday through Friday. If you have a public library card and have an account balance for overdue fines, lost items, or damaged books, you can bring canned goods to any branch to have $1 taken off of your account. Each can of food will count for $1 off up to $50 per card holder. Now, you know what would be really cool with this if they did something for student loans.
Oh,
For
yeah.
like for every 10 cans, they'll knock $1,000 off. Or
Oh
something
my
like
gosh,
that.
I would love that.
Dude,
That would be amazing. That's a motivator right there.
Exactly.
For us. Oh, we
So-
know. Anyone struggling with that? Mm-hmm.
You're not alone.
No.
Okay.
All right, this time of year, guys, a big topic we've been talking about this morning is bears. It is warm out there. It's spring. We're enjoying the weather, but so are they. I mean, look at this video. They are coming out of their winter dens. They are hungry and in search of an easy meal. I think we can relate to that, but that is why it is important for homeowners to secure all potential food to reduce bear encounters on your property. So natural foods can be scarce during the early spring, so bears are often looking, like I said, that easy place to get their meal. This can be in your trash can or if you leave pet food out. Those are all things that bears will be looking for. So that's why the Virginia Department of Wildlife Resources wants to remind everyone to secure their garbage. You should keep it locked or inside a shed until it's collected. And the Wildlife Department also recommends making your trash cans bear resistant.
We have a way that you can modify your can again if your waste hauler is okay with it. That you put those in certain points of your lid and attach them to the base of the can, and then you fasten them with like just a carabiner clip or something.
They also recommend taking down any bird feeders this time of year. I know a lot of people out there like watching those birds, but they can also attract those bears, and they are an easy way for bears to end up on your property. And according to the Department of Wildlife Resources, one area that is most, that people forget about the most is their grill. So you should always clean your grill after every use and remove any potential food or grease that can be left behind. That's a big attractor. And lastly, remember that a screened-in porch is not a secure storage area. From a bear's point of view, if they're hungry, they will find a way to get it. So all just things to keep in mind as, again, we're getting that spring and those summer months just to kind of keep you safe, your family safe, your pets safe.
Yeah, and another detail you were mentioning, which obviously is instinct. If you see something to start screaming and running,
Yeah.
like you can't do that with them, right?
Yeah, no, if you come across a bear, they say to, and again, in the moment it's very different, but to not scream, stay calm, don't run away.
Speak
You want to
sternly, that's what
speak
you said.
sternly and back away slowly. And again, if you already have that in the back of your brain and then you actually, somebody you see a bear, hopefully you'll remember, but it's hard to stay calm in those situations.
So I know they say don't scream, but you know that sometimes my talking comes out as screaming.
Yeah.
I would just make a sound effect at them. I think that would work.
I think you're just calm and slow. No, don't do that because that
You
would
think
scare
that's
it.
gonna make them be like,
Yeah,
let's fight?
I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I've only encountered a bear one time.
What?
Luckily, I was inside of a home.
Was it this weekend?
No, it wasn't this weekend. We were at the beach this
Okay,
weekend.
never mind.
I was in Poconos in Pennsylvania. We go every summer. And then we were in our cabin house thing. And I
Okay.
look out the window and there's a mama bear with her 2 baby cubs right behind our house. And the first thing I did was alert Dad, say, hey, don't let the dogs out.
Yeah.
Because right now there's bears. But then we all watched from the window safely inside, which is what they say to do.
Yes.
You can watch, enjoy the moment because you don't see it a lot, but from a safe distance.
Okay, well,
So-
if you guys have ever had a bear encounter, we would like to hear about it. I
Yeah,
want to know
yeah.
your stories because it sounds like they could be very entertaining.
Oh, yeah, it's fun to watch them. Mm-hmm. All righty.
That's your part, baby.
What?
You got to toss to the weather.
Oh, is that where we're going right
Yes.
now? I'm so sorry, guys. I did not realize I skipped ahead. Anyway, without warm weather, we have Chris Michaels here who's got your full forecast.
Happy Monday to you guys. Combination of cool mornings and warm afternoons leading to a long stretch of pleasant weather here the next few days. Recent forecast data showing an increased chance in showers for the weekend. We'll keep you posted on that every step of the way. Enjoy the rest of the sprint, and I'll see you back here first thing tomorrow morning.
The
All
whole
right, Chris,
idea
thank
was
you
if
so
we
much.
could.
Sorry about that little technical issue right there, but it's cool. Go get this. We got a very special story to tell you guys about. I love it anytime I hear about babies and obviously, the NICU and different things that are happening. It's always a blessing that they come out on top. And this was a groundbreaking first of its kind surgery. This was performed on a baby, saving it inside the mother's womb. So Kenyatta says that she and her family were overjoyed when they found out that she was pregnant, but what started out as a routine pregnancy soon turned into a nightmare when her baby received a rare and life-threatening diagnosis.
Look at that. Well, an abnormality on the baby's brain was discovered at her 30-week ultrasound. Doctors worried it would lead to heart failure soon after birth, but it was shortly after that Kenyatta and her husband found out about this clinical trial being led by a team of specialists.
The whole idea was if we could slow the flow in the malformation before birth, before they get very sick, before there's this heart failure, then maybe we could prevent that entire cascade from happening.
It was an immediate yes because, we're deeply rooted in our faith and we have been praying about this thing the whole time.
Her heartbeat had always been strong from the very beginning.
It's a very sweet story right there. As you can see, look at the little angel right there, man. And the thing about this couple, they said it was their faith also that kept them through this process. So if you guys want to see more about this story, obviously it will be posted online. A very, very special story. And I'll get big congratulations to them. Healthy baby right there.
That is wild how they can do that.
Exactly.
The thing is, like, inside the mom already, so you're going
Yep.
through the mom, the baby, to this little baby brain. Oh, my goodness.
So yeah, that just shows you technology, man. And I'm glad that they were able to catch everything that they did right away, because it obviously that could have that prevented a long history of medical issues that they didn't have to deal with. Okay, so check this out. We got, speaking of babies, another young situation happening, and this time with some little ducklings. It was a sweet rescue in Montana after firefighters helped to save a family of ducklings from a storm drain.
Oh, look at those little guys. Well, they pried open that drain, and down below they found 10 little ducklings. Look at that. Well, the mama duck and one sibling quacked loudly in the grass nearby. Animal control officers helped get all the ducklings out safely, and the happy reunited family waddled off together. Look at that little baby.
The fact that it was just like the mom and a sibling
were
was
like,
just
"Help.
screaming on the side.
We gotta help the others."
Exactly. Or maybe the mom was like, "That's my babies over there.
Oh,
My
my
babies, get my
goodness.
babies." So yeah, no.
I feel like I've heard so many stories like this, and you see this, it blows up on social media, but it's always so cute. I remember I was in Vermont, this happened too, same thing, and
Yes.
they saved them, and it's so funny watching the videos of them being reunited, but also it's funny is once they're all out, they just waddle away. They're like, well,
Nothing to see here. That
Thank
was an
you.
accident. That was my bad. But no, and again, it shows again how first responders are there to help in any circumstance, because obviously you think about it, it's like it's a duck. Storm drain, and you got like a whole department fighting to make sure all these ducks get back to his mom. So that's always a really cool deal.
Look
right
at them there with the little ducks. All right, now we want to get to that video that we teased earlier at the beginning of the sprint. This really creepy thing. Take a look at this. An ultra creepy sculpture commanded a blood-sucking price at auction, while a buyer paid $32.8 million for this 10-foot tall bronze spider.
So it was crafted by a French-American artist in 1996, and the model was called, Spider. Says
Makes
the
sense.
sculpture is part of a series which can be seen in some of the world's most prominent art museums, and the artist didn't start sculpting spiders until she was in her 80s. So I have a big...
Until she was in her what?
Her 80s.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what a typo. Oh, yeah, because she didn't start sculpting. Okay, so she was a sculptor, so yeah, apparently she waited till she was in her 80s. Like, I'm
That
going to
shows
start doing the spiders.
that you don't, sometimes, your best work isn't going to come when you're 20s or 30s.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's later in life, but let's
32.
go down to the sculpture itself.
That's a lot of money for that, though.
That's a lot of
and for
money.
me, like, I have a...
Where do you put that?
Exactly. I got, like, a big arachnophobia. Like, I hate spiders, period.
Yeah.
There's not a spider out there that's cute to me. And I'm sorry, like, I couldn't...
No.
We were talking about this earlier. The things that people spend money on, though, if you got it, I guess you got it. And I was just like, I wonder what would happen if you give me just $500,000, just...
I know,
let's
that-
just slide it over here. Apparently you don't want it. You know what I'm saying?
I have so many thoughts. We're not going to share them all. But you guys kept saying this reminded you guys of, what was it?
Stranger Things.
Stranger
That
Things.
Demogorgon thingy.
Oh.
Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, I saw that. I've seen that. It reminded me of Harry Potter when they're in the woods with the giant
Oh,
spiders.
yes.
Yeah, that was
that was my favorite Harry Potter movie.
Yeah, let us
too.
know what you guys think of this and what that spider sculpture thing reminds you of, and would you want that in your house? Because I don't think you do.
Let's get to Jazzy Jazz. Jazz, are you with us?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. What do you think about the spider?
I think that thing is creepy. I can't believe somebody would pay millions of dollars to have. It looks weird.
It definitely does look weird. I think, if anything, like I said, I guess if you want to spend money on something that you're interested in, maybe there's somebody out there who really likes spiders. I guess it'd be a good investment.
Yeah, I ain't mad at him, but that's interesting.
So this miracle story that happened with this baby, went through its surgery in the mother's womb. That's just crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It just goes to show how far technology has come. And it's just a beautiful thing that this baby was able to go through that while in the womb. That's something that would have been completely unheard of 10 years ago. So I'm really glad that they were able to help that baby even before it was born.
Definitely. Do we have any comments today?
Let's see. I don't think we have any, but let me just check.
Yeah, just check one more time.
It's okay. It's Monday.
Yeah, right.
We understand people are still waking up.
People are still waking up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
We are too, so we get
Yeah,
it.
because we have a lot of viewers. Just no comments. I think people are still just waking up.
Well, thank you, everybody who's watching. We appreciate that.
Yes. So if people want to leave a comment, what's a way to do it again?
Yeah, just head to our website, and then under the live stream there's a comment form. You can just drop a comment below, and as always, we'll respond to them during the morning sprint. You can also head to our YouTube page and drop a comment in the chat box.
Perfecto. Well, Jazz, thank you so much. Happy Monday.
Thank you, Jasmine.
All right, girlie. Get to these headlines right now. Go ahead, Brittany, kick us
All
off.
right, so coming up in our later newscast at noon, we're still tracking the stampede that killed 12 people and injured dozens in El Salvador. Officials said and witnesses say that fans angry at being blocked from entering a soccer league match knocked down an entrance gate to the stadium. Around 90 people, including children, are being treated for their injuries. Most are in stable condition. We'll have the latest updates on that story later.
Plus, county leaders across our area are dealing with money concerns that they're waiting on the Commonwealth to finalize its budget so they know how much to allocate for the upcoming fiscal year that starts July 1st. So there's a lot of details in this story to unpack. You can find it on our website at WSLS.com. And in the noon, we'll also have a breakdown of what all has gone into that, too.
And more gun violence prevention efforts in Southside. Project Imagine, which is a gang prevention program aimed at youth, is expanding. And now they're taking adults who have been previously incarcerated and giving them a purpose. So all those stories coming up later at noon.
All right, guys. Now it's time to get to another special teaser that we gave you guys earlier. Last Friday when we left, we told you we were going to a weekend wedding for our very own noon anchor, Alyssa Ray. Well, her name is Alyssa Collins now, right?
Yeah,
the AC
she
is
got
in
that
the
new
building.
last name. Look at that.
Look at this girl.
Oh my gosh, this wedding was on the beach. It was in Carolina Beach, North Carolina. That's her and her now husband, Cam. It was such a good time. She looked absolutely beautiful. There's me and reporter Sydney Jacksteimer there with Alyssa as well. And then me,
There's
Daphne,
us.
Alyssa. So we had a great weekend. We just wanted to say congratulations to the two of them. They are such a fun, solid couple. We've been able to become really good friends with them over the past year or so.
Yes.
So we're even just happy they wanted us to be a part of their day and we got to see it. So congratulations and enjoy this week off.
Yes.
You deserve it. You need to just relax.
Exactly. So you'll be seeing our faces on the noon throughout this
Yes.
week because, again, giving our girl some time so she can celebrate her new chapter. It's a beautiful chapter, and I'm glad that she allowed us to be a part of that. So congratulations, Alyssa and Cam. All right. Well, that does it for the morning sprint. You got anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. We're rolling out, man. Join us back here again tomorrow, 8 a.m., WSLS.com for the morning sprint.